Christine, you guys have been practicing for about 10 days now in preseason. Your immediate thoughts on this year's team as the season gets closer?
I think we're going to be the underdog. Obviously, everyone thinks we're the underdog, but we're not going to play like it. We have a lot of sophomores and freshmen and some very talented upperclassmen that are going to surprise a lot of people in our conference. So I think we're going to be good. We're hardworking. We have lots to work on still, so it's not going to be right away and suddenly we're on top of the conference. That's not going to happen. But I think we're going to get there very slowly but surely. And the girls want it. They know where they want to go. They have definite goals. And they work really well together as a team.
Do you legitimately have higher expectations this year than you've had in the last 5 or 6?
Definitely. We have a very good incoming class and a very good sophomore class that's been with us since last year, obviously. And those returners and then our upperclassmen have what they want in mind, and I know where I want to go. So I'm probably pushing them harder than we ever have, mentally and physically, because we're trying to get to that next level.
Has it been fun coaching this team in the preseason? Because it sounds like there are a group of kids coming in that really, number one, are in pretty good shape, and number two, have a pretty good IQ for field hockey.
Yes, it's so refreshing to come in with a class of, we have so many newcomers, but they all have the field hockey IQ they need, so we don't have to start with basics. And when I explain something, it gets done and it gets changed or it gets improved within the next couple of minutes. We do that drill. So it's been very pleasant to go to practice, and they're all in very good shape, so we run through drills. We don't have a problem finishing them, and we have a very large roster, so everyone gets to full field scrimmage and gets in there and gets lots of time and gets to improve by working against someone who is better than them or pushing them.
You know, a lot of times people think of a large roster, 25 people, and they just sort of look at how it's going to help you in a game. But it's got to help you so much in practice and preparation.
Last year we had 15 athletes, so we're increasing by 10 in one season, which is huge, and we lost 3 seniors. So that's kind of how many new people we have. And in practice, we're able to run drills where we do 6v6 without a problem rather than having to take a break because everyone on the field was playing. We can run lines. We can full field scrimmage. It's just a lot more flow. We can break them up and do different things in different groups. So everyone has the ability to get in because there's a lot of space in the field, but also because we have so many numbers that we don't have to kind of wait and break and give them a downtime. We're just going to keep the flow of the things we're doing to kind of keep the practice moving.
You guys, in the last 5 or 6 years, if you look at a box score, there's been so many games that it's been tie or you may be down 1-0 at halftime and you end up losing maybe 3-1 or 4-0 or something like that. And that probably goes down to, can be attributed to lack of depth, right? Which probably is corrected this year?
Definitely. We had a scrimmage earlier this week with Elms, and just because I was able to put a whole nother team on the field, we continued up the intensity and the skill level, and I wasn't nervous at all putting in all of my newcomers or all my whole second string basically because I knew the skill level wasn't decreasing. And then when I put back into my starters, they had fresh legs, they were ready to go, there was no lull or anything. So I think that's going to be huge this year because last year we had 3 subs, and with 3 subs that doesn't really mean fresh legs for everyone. That means majority of the people are staying in the field. So I can sub every single person this year and know that it's going to be okay when I put the next person on the field because I'm confident in that next string of athletes that I'm putting on, and everyone can get that rest. So in that second half of the game, we will not die, and we're in very good shape too. So I think both of those combined, that I have subs available, that I'm confident putting in, and the fact that, we're going to use them on the field will make us much better for the end of the game.
Well, is it sort of safe to say that maybe outside of a couple of people, nobody's starting position is really guaranteed?
Correct. We have meetings with all of our athletes right after preseason, kind of telling them their roles, and pretty sure I only told 4 people that they had a guaranteed starting position because everyone else is up in the air. So if they're working hard and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing on and off the field and their skill level improves, they will kind of fall into those positions, but there's never any guarantees.
Well, the most important position on the field, arguably, to some would be your goalie. You've got Olivia Mullen back and you've got a freshman. Talk about how How do you project the goalie situation to be this year?
I think the goalie situation is good. They both have their own individual strengths, so they can play off each other. Sam has a ton of heart when she steps in that cage, but she needs to work on her basics. And Olivia's kind of coming off an injury, so she needs to get a little bit more intense when she steps in that cage during games and during practice, so we can kind of see all of her. And I think that they'll, since their strengths and weaknesses are kind of opposite of each other, it's going to help them both to get better. And who knows, right now we're just splitting time in our scrimmage, we just split time. So at this point I'm comfortable with both, and I think one of them is going to need to stand out and show me what they have to become that full-time starter.
Is the goalie situation or position going to be more important this year based on the fact that you lost Lauren DeLuca, who's been all-conference the last couple of years?
Yes, definitely. We're going to need that goalie to step up and kind of fill that leadership role, and we are uncertain, or I'm uncertain, where we're going to do with our center back. We have Kelly Guerin, who is going to be filling that position for right now. We have a freshman that might be able to fill it, but I'm not sure yet what's going to happen. Kelly really kind of lives on the left side of the field, and she's just so great over there. In the scrimmage, she played the center back and the left, and she came off the field saying, after she played left, saying, "Oh, I'm at home, coach." So she's played that for so many years that I think it's going to be a really hard transfer, but we might need her to make that transfer. So that position is still very up in the air, but because we don't have that settled or completely decided on, that means our goalie position is going to be even huger. It's going to have to be a very vocal, very dominant position back there.
As good as a freshman class might be, there's always growing pains when they come in. How have the upperclassmen, particularly the seniors, helped out this group?
The seniors have been extremely inviting, very aware that we're bringing in a very talented freshman class, and they're going to make our team better. So there has been no growing pains, and obviously there will be, because everyone goes through those different stages, but as of right now, they get along extremely well on and off the field. They trust each other on and off the field, and I think that has helped because the upperclassmen have been so welcoming and made everyone feel as part of the team.
Well, this year you have two senior captains. Talk a little bit about them.
Kelly Guerin and Finley Ahern are great. They have put in the time this summer. They know where they want to go. I think their team is going to play for them almost, meaning like if they're feeling a little bit down or tired, they're going to remember that Kelly and Finley are out there working their butts off, and they're going to want to pull that little extra bit or run that little bit harder to make sure their senior season is the best it possibly can be. And they both have been very welcoming to everyone coming back, because they know where they want to go, and they know it takes a full team to get there.
Well, last question, Christine. The Little East Conference poll came out this week, and you're probably right where you want to be. They have you last, although the difference between being last and being eighth and being in the playoffs is very, very slim. But the way you were talking off camera, you may surprise some people this year, no?
Yes, I think so. And I think the fact that we're ranked last is kind of nice, because we're going to be expected to lose, and when you play a team that you're expecting to beat, you don't usually play as hard. So if we can get some fast goals in those first halves, that second half, we're going to have the fresh legs, and we're able to just keep up the momentum, and the teams we play might not be ready for that. So now that I'm saying it, they might be, but who knows? So we'll see how it goes, but I think we're going to give every team we play a definite competition, and we're looking to come out with those wins.
So Eastern Connecticut Field Hockey will be opening up their season this weekend, Saturday the 31st. They're going to be hosting St. Joseph's College of Maine, and that will be a noon start at the Mansfield Outdoor Complex. Christine, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.